All right. Test, test,
Test.
test, test.
Very interesting news out of Montana, because I want to get your take on here.
Sentences rarely said by the human race.
Yeah,
Right.
such an interesting thing out of Montana. Right.
We're waiting.
Well, yeah, that one, or I want to get your guys' opinion on something. But I guess we have to do it on this show. But TikTok, this is the headline from NBC News. TikTok files lawsuit against Montana over download ban. So the governor of Montana is attempting to ban the use of TikTok in the state. To prohibit it being downloaded and for the business to operate within the state here. So Governor
Do they give reasoning?
Yes, Governor Greg Gianforte, this is his doing.
Mm-hmm.
So he is saying, is a quote, the Chinese Communist Party is using TikTok as a tool to spy on Americans by collecting personal information, keystrokes, and even the locations of its users. And by extension, people without TikTok who affiliate with users may have information about themselves shared without even knowing it. And actually, that was by Emily Flower, who's a spokeswoman for the Attorney General, Austin. So that's from the governor's office, basically. So that's
Okay.
what this is the logic of what they're saying in Montana in their leadership, why they wish to try to ban TikTok. Now the governor tried to change the bill to potentially ban other social media as well. So he wasn't necessarily attempting to target.
Well, yeah. Why
TikTok.
stop there?
Sure. So, I don't know. So now the government is, stepping in to try to ban the usage of social media because they believe it's in the best interest of its people based on what somebody believes. I don't know there's really even any evidence of what that quote is. It's just certainly something that is a concern. I know that the TikTok has been under scrutiny, certainly, and even I think it was might have been the president. Some high up at TikTok was in Congress, had to speak before Congress recently, and it is something that the government is looking into to make sure that they aren't selling our citizens' information and transferring overseas and vice versa and all that. And they're trying to say, no, we're not doing that. And the U.S. government want to try to make them sell off any Chinese ownership and this and that and the other. So it's kind of an ongoing thing we're probably going to see for quite a while. Of course, on the other side, if you download this stuff, obviously you're doing it so at your own risk.
They know what they were getting themselves into.
Well,
I say let them crash.
That's right. That's right. From Airplane. I can't believe you didn't get that.
I know, I've seen it too.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. So all right. So Dean, what do you think? Should the government get involved in banning social media usage, or should people use at their own risk, or is it somewhere in between?
Okay. Let me start with everything you download app, everything that you watch, just assume that they're collecting your data. That is how this whole thing works.
Mm-hmm.
If we were smart enough, we would collect your data as you're watching or listening to this, and then use it to send you shit, to get us more famous. But we're not smart enough, so we won't. But other people are, and just assume that's what's happening. All right, that's one. Two, let the Justice Department figure out what they're doing, right? And if the Justice Department, FBI, CIA, whatever, if they can determine that this is happening, what you're accusing is happening, let them deal with it. You can't be just a random government state lawmaker with the idea that what you've heard is happening, so you start banning shit for your people that may not be real. It's just out of your political belief or view.
Right.
To me, that's overreaching for, I don't care, local, federal, whatever type of government you are, that's overreaching, in my opinion. You don't have the facts. You are just giving on what, and I'm not saying that it's not happening, because it could be happening. And if that's the case, yes, we need to, as a country, stop. If they come out and go, yes, that's happening, yes, let's shut it down and let's stop another foreign country that doesn't have our best interests in mind. Yeah, let's stop that, right? I'm cool with that. But until that is stated unequivocally, you're just doing it for political outcry for your party. Who we all know what party's doing it, but for this argument, whatever party is doing it, for your political outcry, it's a bunch of bullshit. You're hurting your constituents. You're hurting just the general public. And again, you're not fucking hammering on them through the head with a nail. You're stopping them from watching an app with videos, but still, it is in the public zeitgeist, and it's shitty. So unless it's necessary, you're just doing it for your political party and your political gain, which is shit. So that's just my opinion. I could be wrong.
Very good.
Could be wrong. I oftentimes am.
It's known to be happen. Oh boy!
Look what you did.
Oh no! I was so angry.
And by the way, the convincing idiots drinking word of this podcast is zeitgeist.
I was just thinking that. I was like, that's like the third or second reference of zeitgeist. Yeah,
multiple times in the same podcast.
It's the hot. It's the hot word tonight.
It is. So, Nick, what do you think about all this?
Tell us what the zeitgeist is telling you.
I don't know. I think it's funny. Like it's just like, you're willingly. They're not taking anything from you. You're not giving them. Like Dean alluded to. Like he said, you stay off the You're giving it to them. You need to agree to terms when you download the shit.
Right.
So why are you banning something that people are agreeing to? It's just dumb. And at the end of the day, it's a fucking, like Dean said, I mean, it's your data. All these things are collecting your fucking data. Regardless of what country it's coming from. So I don't know if you want to center it around whatever, if it's xenophobia or whatever. I don't know what the thing is, but why are you banning a social media thing that is literally asking for your permission to the stuff that they say they're going to take, and then they take it, and then you go, well, hey, no, wait a minute. I mean, it's just stupid. You want to ban something? How about ban something with meaningful change? Ban fucking assault rifles. You could actually make, meaningful change with that. I mean, it's just fucking, it's dumb. You want to ban fucking TikTok? How about don't be a dumbass? If you don't want your shit out there, then don't give it up to everybody. It's if you don't want Jeff Bezos to have all your information, don't post something every time you take a fucking shit. It's just stupid. You're not a slave to anything but your own idiocy. Stop being a moron.
You've heard Nick saying Jeff Bezos has a poop fetish.
It's just silly. It's such a weird. If you told people a generation before us the types of issues that you couldn't even explain it to people because it's just so. Well, first of all, they had never had anything like this, but it's just so ridiculous. I think a lot of times priorities are so screwed up. Like I said, I don't think, and if TikTok's collecting your data and spying on you, then fucking delete the app or don't use it. Go find videos on Instagram Reels or I don't know. What do you watch TV like a caveman like people used to do in the yesterday? I don't know. Be entertained in a different way. It's just, I think it's funny when people talk about banning TikTok and social media things. It's
banning any of it. What
you
good does it do that you can't live without? Right?
Yep. It's just grandstanding stuff. It's just a way to get attention. The guy might not even believe all that necessarily, or maybe he does. I don't know. It's just a way to get attention, in my opinion.
Of course they don't.
You can't stop it. There's no way to
None
manage
of these politicians give a shit about anything.
Right.
They have no fucking real opinion.
Right.
It is what can, honestly, what holds power. And I do not mean this Republican or Democrat. If you are in the public,
Zeitgeist.
running. Thank you. If you're running for public office or you hold public office, you essentially are doing anything and everything to hold power.
Sure.
In your people, your group.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's all this is. The people that started this to ban TikTok there, they probably were presented with him, and their initial response was, "What the fuck is TikTok?" Because they don't know. They don't care. It is. They will. If somebody come to them and said, "We are all, you could probably do this or do that or get elected or reelected if you ban putting thumbs in the ass," they go, "But I do that every fucking night." No, sir, I get that, but you could probably, if you said you didn't and you don't want, you could probably get reelected. Oh fuck! All right, so I don't want from now on anybody to put the thumb in their asses. And he's saying that as he's sitting on his thumb. And in that, I mean,
This is such a weird example.
You
Go
understand, right?
You guys know
put
what
the
I'm talking
thumbs
about.
in the asses.
Hey there. If you like that video, or if you just like to watch us make fools of ourselves, please like and subscribe to this channel. We really appreciate it. We hope to see you back here.